And we're live. Paul,
Yay.
what's going on, man?
Hi.
Hi, everyone
Hi.
watching from home. Paul Birman.
Hello, everyone.
How's it going,
Nice
man?
to see everyone online. It's
W-
good, good. The weather is shitty a little bit, but that's good for work.
I cannot say the same about Tel Aviv today. There were 41 degrees here, man.
Shit. Can you give 10 degrees to our country?
Paul, let me ask you. Paul Birman, it's actually a nickname. Is it an alias? Because your real name it's Pavels, right?
Pavels. Yeah, it's a Russian name. The problem was I was going to the English courses, and they said there is no name Pavels, so they called me Paul. And after that, I decided to call myself as Paul Birman.
It's the closest to Pavels, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Today, you are the featured artist for this next challenge. I know that people that watch the challenge announcement, they die because they want to know what the topic is. I really want to share some of your work before I show what the challenge is, because the challenge of today was inspired very much by the work that you produce. And so before I announce the challenge and I tell you what the challenge is about, I'm going to show you some of the work that Paul does. Let me just pull up some of your work. Oh, I had it ready
By the
somewhere.
way,
And
most of the works what I posted on Instagram was everydays. I tried everydays, and I failed after 300.
after 300, I would not call that a failure, to be honest. Let me just play a
I'll be.
slideshow. So now I'm showing some of the work that you sent me for people to see at home. You're very much into these kind of like photo bashing art. Uh, you love to do a lot of like sci-fi, super high-tech stuff, right?
Yeah, because when I was a kid with the father, we were watching a lot of sci-fi movies like Stargate and Mad Max and all these films, and I think I inspired from there.
You also did a course with Mike Winkelmann, Beeple, right? The one in Spain, if I don't
Yeah,
mistake.
yeah, yeah.
Now,
That's why I started everydays.
I have to say that I got some complaints from people saying we don't want to do any more sci-fi challenges, but the reality
Hmm.
is that you can give a topic to people and people can choose what to do with it, and like you made everything sci-fi because you like sci-fi. Oh, by the way, let me just stop at this image because I want to give a
Hmm.
shout out to Dominic Maslik, which has ended in the render, but unfortunately the rendering was not uploaded to my Google Drive and I was not able to show it. This is an image from last week challenge, the Spaceman challenge. And basically the story of this render is that you know that Elon Musk threw the Tesla in space, and so he made an image of like the Tesla landing somewhere with a spaceman inside. Such a fun image, and I'm sorry that I was not able to send it to the judges, but it was not uploaded in my folder. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to your slideshow so that we can continue talking a little bit about your work. And so yes, what I was telling is that you decided to make a lot of like sci-fi work as a. Oops, this is, I want to keep this for the last. It's the animation that we're going to talk about later. But you decide to do a lot of like sci-fi work. Is this this is a decision that you have made, right? It's not like you say I only want to the work that I do. It's only sci-fi because that's what it is. You decided to do this because you like this kind of stuff, right?
No, first of all, yeah, I like sci-fi stuff, and for me, it was easier to generate idea for everydays. Yeah, now I quit everydays for some time, and I believe I will try to do something else. Yeah, I totally agree with the people because too much sci-fi stuff on Instagram. Um,
But
but yeah, it's very easy to generate idea.
like yesterday, somebody made a rendering with the Teletubbies. Do you remember it?
Yeah, yeah, it was
Now,
one of the best.
with the spaceman, you actually have an advantage in making something that is sci-fi. But this person instead decided not to make something sci-fi, decided to make something just funny. And I thought this was great because, you know, it's like, yeah, of course, the topic helps, but you can make a decision of not doing sci-fi work if you want to. And this is not a criticism, it's just, you know, an observation as it, you know, don't
I
think
totally agree with that.
don't think that these challenges are just sci-fi challenges. People can do what they want with the challenges that we give them. And actually, I think that we're almost finished with your projects. I want to show the animation that was actually, it went viral, right? It was on the Nvidia page. It was
Yeah,
in many different places.
in Maxon.
In the Maxon, yes. Let me just pull it up. Where is it? There it is. I'm gonna maximize it for people to watch. This is actually the model from Domenico, right? The
Yeah,
woman.
I'm a big fan of him.
Now, I remember when I watched this animation and, you know, thinking, we're now in a society where everybody's working from home, and so people, they don't go anywhere anymore. Wouldn't it be cool if we lived in a society where cities move instead of people? And so you don't have to...
Actually, this that's why this idea came out.
Okay.
Because I think for artists it's very important environment, and imagine the city that moves around, changes environment, and I think the artists would do a lot of crazy stuff with this.
And actually, today's topic for this challenge is traveling cities. So let me break it down to those who are watching from home. What is the idea that I've had? Again, Paul is our featured artist. Later, when you stop watching this, go give him a follow. He's on Instagram. He's got beautiful, inspiring work. I guarantee you're gonna like the stuff that he posts. The challenge is about this idea of having cities that can move, that can travel, that can fly, that can be a little bit like also the movie, what is it called? Mortal Engines, right?
Mortal Engines, yeah.
That movie's crazy. Yeah. And so the
I
idea...
think in Mad Max, Mad Max also there was something like moving huge.
Yes.
This vehicle.
Yes, it was crazy. Also that movie. But anyway, the idea is for you guys to create a artwork that talks about this idea of a traveling city. Now, I really want you to go wild when it comes to the interpretation of traveling city. You can make a flying city. You can make a city on a boat. You can make, I don't know, you can take the words traveling and cities and you can break them down and create something that also breaks the rules of the contest itself. I really want you to go crazy because if the visual is good and if the story speaks for itself and it's strong enough to hold itself, I am still going to consider it and pass it to the judges, and we're going to discuss it and judge it throughout the competition. Now, Paul has been kind enough to make some assets for us. The assets have been uploaded. I have them now on the screen. These are some assets. Some of them were already yours. Some of them you did them for the competition. I'm going to give you a link when the live is going to be over so that you can download them. And I'm also going to post a link to the rules and to the form where you can upload the image. The rule, it's always the same. You can only make one image per artwork. If you make more artworks, we're going to consider more artworks. The idea is for you guys to try something new, to try something different, to push yourself, and to make something awesome, to make something that people go like, what the fuck, this is amazing. Now, let me give a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes to people from home in case they have some questions for the challenge or maybe about you. I want to ask you, Paul, what do you think are most people going to react to this challenge? What do you think they're going to do once they get started working on this project?
I think first what I'm gonna think is this challenge is very challenging because it's a big scale. Actually, I don't know. I think the people are gonna go crazy. I don't know. I expect really crazy stuff. Maybe like underground cities and I don't know, wheels combined with the propellers. Actually, when I was making this Kid Bash stuff, I realized actually I made more steampunk than sci-fi. So I was thinking maybe to expect something like steampunk, but also, yeah, the better is like to do really crazy stuff, like completely out of the box. I don't know.
Yeah, I think people should just, stop worry about the semantics and instead go crazy, take really like every single opportunity to try something different. There is no failing here. There is just, you doing something. There is just yourself pushing and trying to do something that you have not done before. And somebody has already mentioned it in the comments that, a lot of archivist artists were put together with these competitions and they ended up doing things that they would have never done before. And I want this challenge to be another one of these opportunities, to push yourself and to do something amazing.
Actually, in Instagram, I haven't seen so many works like this, like flying cities, walking cities. Okay, flying cities was a lot, but not walking or driving cities. So I think it's going to be good for artists because it's going to be original work, not like most of the works. Like
I absolutely agree. And eventually, another thing that I wanted to say is I don't know if people have noticed, but we have moved the deadline. The deadline, it's not Saturday in the night anymore, but it's Monday at 4 a.m. London time. Now, people ask me, why is it Monday 4 a.m. London time? The reason it's very simple. I wake up at 6, and as I wake up, I take all the renderings and I send them to the judges. Now, some judges happen to be in America, and so for me to reach them in time before the competition, I have to send the renderings as soon as possible because otherwise they're gonna go to bed and they're gonna sleep. And so I have to get up very early and I wanna give all the time possible to the artists to submit. Yeah, I hope that this answered that question. Yes, Ale, I'm pushing you guys a lot. And I'm very happy that you're saying this because it means that it's working. I don't know, guys, if you have any questions regarding this challenge. Paul, are there any recommendations that you want to give to the artists when approaching this challenge?
I don't know. It's better not to tell any recommendations because otherwise I will ruin their idea. But I want to say, feel free to ask me anything on Instagram. I'm very friendly, If there is any questions, then I can reply very quickly. So to
Yes.
help others. But I saw other artists on your challenges, and I think they don't need any help. They're amazing.
Anyway, I don't see any questions coming in. Guys, I think. Do you mind trying out if the like button works? Because I don't see enough likes under this video. It's 48 people watching and there is only 14 likes. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm sorry, I have to say. But anyway, Paul, I really appreciate you taking the time to put together your best work for me to show to other people. I really hope that those who are watching from home, they decide to give you a follow and catch up with you on social media. I really hope that people are going to join the challenge. For this week, I have some very cool judges lined up. I'm still waiting for the confirmation from one judge, but it's going to be cool. It's really cool people that are going to be judging your projects. So this is also a chance for you to get some useful feedback from some of the best people in the industry. Yeah, and that's it. Have fun, push yourself, break the rules that I'm giving you. Don't worry about me, I'm not gonna get mad. Make something amazing, and I guess I will see you 1 week from now. I'm going to make a couple of announcements regarding the sponsors. Tomorrow we're going to have a project discussion with the winners from last week's challenge. So if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so that you can see when we go live with these videos. Paul, is there anything else that you want to add?
I don't know. It was I was very honored to be here. So, and I want to say huge thanks for support and from artists and who follows, and also huge thanks to you because you're doing a great job. You're bringing a lot of artists to this bright side, to the light. Yeah, because I haven't seen a lot of artists before, and they're amazing. And yeah,
you just need to give them an opportunity, but that's it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. I'm going to post all the links as soon as we finish the live. Paul, thanks a lot for talking to me. I'm going to stop the stream. Don't go anywhere. And I'll talk to you in a second. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thanks.